complex procedure and equipment. Treatment of skin injury. Clean the wounded part. Use antibacterial solution to prevent any allergic reactions. Use ice to, in case of bruise, cover the wound with a cotton bandage. Then comes the injury in tissue. Sprain. Sprain is type of injury in tissue. Price, protection, rest, ice compression, elevation. And mice, mobilization, ice compression, and elevation. Price method, prevention, protection, protect the injury part of the body. Rest, the injury part should be put to complete rest. Ice, ice part, I apply ice on injured tissue. Compress the injured tissue. Elevation, keep the injury tissue at elevated level from the rest of body. MICE method, mobilization, the injured tissue part should be mobilized slowly and fully. Ice, apply ice. Compression, apply compression. Elevation, keep the injured part elevated. Avoid harm. Heat, avoid applying heat. Alcohol, avoid alcohol consumption. Running, avoid running or putting excessive stress on injury. Massage, avoid massaging the injured area. Rubs or graze, रगड़ या छीलना. These occur when the skin grazes or peels off during a fall. Primary treatment involves washing the wound, removing dirt, and bandaging. Laceration, खरोच. These are irregular cut on the skin caused by sharp-pointed sports equipment and can be more dangerous than clean cuts. Wound, cow. During sports, three type of wound occur: cut wound, crest wound, and torn wounds. Major injury and treatment: fracture. A fracture is break or disruption in continuity of bone. Greek stone fracture, कच्ची अस्थि में भंग. It this type of fracture, the bone bends and does not break completely, similar to green branch. Green branch means not separate completely. Other type of fracture is illustrated the spiral, linear, and transverse and comminuted bone will be powdered fracture. Bone will be powdered, and then illustration is spiral cut and linear cut and transversal cut and communicate total fracture. Major category of injury: bone. Time taken in healing a fracture depend on severity of fracture, displacement of the bone from original place, the damage to bone, whether bone injury is simple or compound. Major category of injury: these include injuries to bone. Fourth and fifth is injured ligament, tendon, and muscles and nerves. Concept and rehabilitation. Post injury after medical treatment, rehabilitation is crucial. Goal of rehabilitation: getting back physical ability and mental ability. Medical treatment can result in remaining physical disability. Sports and yoga. First aid is related to both sports and yoga.